Hello, fellow peasants. Today I'll be reviewing 2009's The Collector. Alright guys, so I watched The Collector. This came out in 2009. The director of this, he did like Saw 4, Saw 5, Saw 3D, I think. Like he's directed several of the Saw films. What's this film about? Well, there's a guy who's like a contractor. He's like a construction worker, and he's working on a project for this wealthy family's home. And he's actually also casing the home because they're well-to-do, and he owes people a lot of money. He's in debt to these loan sharks, I guess. And he needs money, so they're supposed to be going on some family vacation. So like once some of the construction work starts wrapping up, the family decides to go on like a family trip somewhere. And he's like, well, while they're gone, I'll sneak back in there, get into their safe, and steal some like stone or some ruby or something like that. And he has to do it by midnight because the people who want the money, like they're violent people, I guess, and when they want the money, they want the money. And so he breaks into the house. He goes back to the house like around 10, 11 o'clock at night or so. He's only got like an hour or so to do what he needs to do. And he finds out he's not the only person in the house. Turns out the family who owns the house are still in the house. They are being tortured down in the basement. And there's a serial killer guy who is like collecting people and torturing people in the house with them. And he's stuck in this situation where he doesn't really know these people. His life is in danger. He wants to get the money and run, but he feels bad. And he's like, I need to save these people. I need to save their daughter. I can't just steal their money and leave. So he has to make these like conscious decisions, these moral decisions. What do I do? Do I just leave, get the money, take care of myself and my family because of what I owe these mobsters? Or do I stay here and help them with this serial killer situation? And that's basically the plot of The Collector. What do I like? What do I not like about The Collector? What I like first and foremost is the suspense. The suspense in this. There are several moments in this movie where you're just like watching it like this, like, no. Oh, fuck no, no. You know, there's moments in here like that where you're just like, shit, no. And I love movies that make me physically react, you know, that make me go, fuck no, dude, no, don't do that shit. Like, I love movies that make me think like that and physically react. So that's a pro. The acting in here, excellent performances in this film. The cinematography in the film is great. It's kind of like a mishmash. Like, it does a good job at like feeling like a thriller. Like it's slick in how it's shot, but it also has that like mid 2000s gritty grindhouse kind of rough look to it. They did a really good job at making this film feel gritty but like slick at the same time and polished looking. I don't know how to describe it really. I like how the movie just goes and goes and goes. It moves at a good pace. Like, it's only an hour and a half long, and there's like almost no fat on the bones or whatever. What's the fucking term here? There's just no fat to be trimmed on this thing. You know what I mean? Like, you need every second of this film. I like that he starts off as kind of like this piece of shit that's just gonna break into this house and rob these people, and then he ends up being like the hero of the film. And I mean, he still takes their ruby thing, you know what I mean, at the end, but he's still like a thief. But he's a thief that tries to save him. You know what I mean? He tries. He tries. So I like the little character arc here where he's just kind of like in it for himself. Fuck these people. I'm I'm only working this place because I'm casing the joint or whatever. But it's cool that he actually like ended up caring at the end. The killer in this film, the Collector, super creepy. No motive as far as I know. I can't remember. I haven't seen The Collection in a long time, which is the sequel. I'll be watching that next and reviewing that. But no motive as to why he's really collecting people or targeting people. From what I remember, like, it doesn't explain anything in this film. I don't know if the sequel does. But he's just like collecting people. And the one guy's like, look, he doesn't kill people that he collects. He'll kill people that he's not interested in, but he won't kill people that he wants. He just collects them or whatever. So, yeah, let's say like he like collects them and he shoves them in this box or something. But this killer, man, is creepy. He just wears this black mask, black like turtleneck sweater looking thing, black slacks, and like dress boots, or not dress boots, but like black work boots or something, like Doc Martin type shit or whatever. And he's just like a brutal force to be reckoned with. Like, and not only is like he strong and brutal and smart, you know, he's really fucked up. Like, you know, he's torturing these people. And then okay, so like there's a scene where he's torturing like the husband and wife down in the basement, and he sees the spider in the basement, and he like grabs the spider and he like lets it out of a window in the basement. Like, so like it's just, he has all the sympathy in the world for like the spider, but he's willing to torture these poor people down in this basement. And it's just like, god damn, like you're really fucked up, you know. And yeah, he's a really good villain. You really hate him. He doesn't speak the whole entire film. He does like make a few when he gets injured in the film, but there's no dialogue. He has zero dialogue. And just scary, just super creepy. And the way his beady little eyes poke through the mask in certain shots. There's certain shots where like the light hits his eyes, and it's super creepy. What do I not like about The Collector? What I don't like about The Collector is sometimes the overuse of like the green filter or whatever they've done here. Like, it's overly green sometimes, especially like in some of the basement scenes. There's just this strong, unnatural green filter that they applied in certain scenes in this film that they don't completely take you out, but you're just like, what is this? What is this Instagram filter? What is this shit, you know? I don't like how unrealistic it is that by the time he gets off work, right? So like the construction guy gets off work, he goes and talks to his wife at a bowling alley about the debt they're in. She's like, I need the money. We got to have the money. Go back to that house and get the fucking money. We need it by midnight. Not a whole lot of time has elapsed, right? And I don't know if the parents ever left the house, okay? So when did this guy get into the house to set up all these traps? So like, in case you haven't watched the film yet, there's tons of traps, booby traps set up in this house. Like, things wired, and there's even a whole room filled with bear traps on the floor. You know what I mean? So it's like, when did the guy have the time to go into the house between the sun going, because the sun's going down when he's talking to the dad and getting the paycheck for the week, you know, and he gets back to the house like maybe like 5-6 hours later. So this guy at some point got into the house and set up like the whole house as like some sort of like Saw situation where there's all these traps and ways and gadgets to kill you. And it's just kind of like, I don't know if he had the time and the means to get all that done. Like, when did he have the time for that? And the other issue I have is when the main character gets back to the house, you know, he moseys through the house and goes up to the bedroom to the safe, and he doesn't notice any of the traps. He doesn't notice any of the bear traps on the floor, or the, obvious, like he doesn't notice any of that until like after he hears the couple screaming, because like there's a moment where he's trying to get into the safe behind the mirror and whatever, and he hears the couple being tortured down in the basement through the air vents. And then it's after that he's going back through the house, and then he's like, now he's seeing like all the trip wires and all the shit, and you're just like, how did you not see all of this? You know, it's just kind of unrealistic that he didn't see all of that going in the first time. But all in all, guys, I think it's a good movie. I would give it a solid like 7 out of 10. I really appreciate it. This is like the third or fourth time I've watched the film. It's just a rush of blood. Like it just goes and goes and goes and goes and goes, and you don't know where it's going. As soon as you think it's going to end, it doesn't end. You think it's going to go one way, it doesn't go that way. And yeah, I like it. And I'm going to watch The Collection here soon, probably in the next few days. I will check that out and I will review that as well. Once again, peasants, have a good one. Peace out. Bye-bye.